Welcome to TIMBERBORN, my name is Nilaus and we are here with TIMBERBORN 1.0, the release of the game after many years in early access, and we've been playing it quite a bit over the years and it's continued to evolve, and I was kind of considering whether I should jump into the game again, but the fact that they just added automation here at the final hours before the final release is just making it super exciting. So of course we're going to be replaying it, and we are also going to take a look at the automation. It's probably not going to be coming in right in the beginning because it does require a lot of science to unlock. I'll try to make this series sort of a little bit of a guide of how to do it, and I want to try it on hard difficulty just to get a little bit of a challenge. They are so damn cute, these beavers. Alright, so that's going to be the idea. Basically, the save games are available to patrons supporters. I hope that you like this series, and I hope that it can continue for a long time. So if you want to see more, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and then let's just enjoy the beavers having a hard time. I'm actually going to start on the map that fits with the end of this cutscene, so that it feels like we're just transitioning straight into the game from here. So here we are, let's start a new game. I'm going to play as Iron Teeth because the Iron Teeth has gotten a lot more changes also at the very last second, with more integration of iron into their builds. So let's go to do that, and we're going to be taking the Oasis map. There are some new cool maps here. I'm going to do Oasis because it feels like this is basically where the cutscene ended. There's a little enclave of happiness, and the challenge here is there are no rivers, so there's not going to be any flowing water for power to start with, which is going to be quite a challenge. But then we'll have to go out and find something. So, but there are other things that are nice here. So let's dive in. We are going to play on hard difficulty. If you look at it, it's going to be like really awful, like only 5 to 8 days of normal weather, and then it's going to be 15 to 30 days of drought. That's crazy. And then also lots and lots of bad sides. So let's dive in. Here we are. I'm also always going to pause, and what we do in the beginning is just lay the foundations of what we want to do. We're going to be doing some roads. There's a way up here, so that's going to be a road as well. Then we're going to have a road going over here, and this thing here, I want to make sure that at some point I'm going to be circling it, so I'm also drawing this one just to get a sense of where that's going to be. Then yeah, I think that's going to be fine for now. 1, 2, 3, and then that's also going to be here. Good. That is the first thing. So let's talk about what are the first things we want to do as we go in. Well, we're going to be getting some flags there and here, because we want to harvest wood. We are going to tap all the wood we have here for harvesting. There we go. I might as well also do the stuff on this next floor here, because we will also get that. We'd also like to get this wood at some point. We'd like to get this one, and let's have a look at the things that are weird here. Like, what is this? This is a geothermal field. This is something that gives us power really early. Well, not really early, but we can actually get power here. It costs only 160 and requires planks and normal wood, so that's really good. This is an ancient aquifer which needs 200 power, and then it'll start sort of pumping water here. This is also another thing that we want. 200 science if we demolish it. This is like a relic from past times. So we're basically going to go up here and get that one at some point. What else? We're going to need some berries for getting started on the food. We are going to get some... let's see, what else is super urgent important to get in the beginning? I think we want to get a farmhouse going. And I'm going to put it a little bit over here. We'll have this area for farming and this area for foresting. So I think we can actually just put it here to begin with, that one. And that will be the kohlrabi to start with. And then we set that up. I'm going to put it like this. There we go. And then we'll have sort of the rest of this area for something else. All right. That's going to get working. These two, they should get over there. Let's get some of this. And we're definitely also going to go a little bit faster in the beginning. So what else is important to get in the beginning? We need to get some water. Water is pretty important, yes. So I'm going to build here. There's room for 3 pumps. And we are going to get some storage for the water as well. And let's just take 2 to begin with. Not much, but we will need, I don't know, 5, I think, here. So then we need some housing. Is that the most important thing? Nah, but we would like to get like an industrial storage for wood. Not that it's probably going to be stockpiling anytime soon. This is good. we can take this one, go further in. Like this can capture a pretty big area, and this one can capture the rest of the area. I might actually want one more just to chop. So one of the other things we have to be mindful of is that this is all the wood we have, and we are going to need to get to this wood before that runs out. So that means I'm going to have to find a way to get up there. Not this. There we go. So that will require at least one ramp. So we also need to get some fuel going, or some... let's actually not get this one anymore. We'll move them a little bit up here. There. So I think I need this space. Yes. Okay, so now we just need to get this going. Let's also build some housing. That's also important. Oh, yeah, housing. I'm going to make some housing here, and then another house here. Then we get a little path in behind, like this. I don't want to connect it because I want all of my people coming out. Oh, that's actually problematic, isn't it? Yeah, I actually wanted all of them to go out this way, so that they all pass through this intersection, so I can have a lot of good things there. Maybe I don't want it there then. Maybe I want another one. We can also do this. And that's like this. Okay, just be a little bit careful. That should be enough for this part. Then we do need some 1, 2, 3. This will be for breeding, so we can actually get more. I actually want this to be a little bit faster because we need it. You definitely need to go here. And these are done. Okay, so we get water. We have, this one should be about 10. Should be able to support about 10, and yeah, we have 13, so yeah, it's fine. I don't think we want to build a second one just yet. This one can, because now there's 3 days of waiting time, so we can let only one of them stay here. And now let's wait a little bit. And we already have the first drought approaching, and that's crazy. So let's prioritize here, and let's also prioritize a few more of these. And that's there. And what else? Well, the house is nice to get, but I don't think it's that important. Like, they can sleep on the ground. That's just making them a little bit unhappy. But the water, that'll make them dead. So that's kind of important. We can hear, I would like to have 2 of these here. You can see that it's still enough. We have 1 unemployed beaver. And I've also just drawn this line here so that we can sort of see where I want this. I want this to go over here and sort of have a ring around our little lake in the middle. And you are going to be pumping as much as possible. We've got it working 20 hours a day, so they can get as much work done as possible for the last couple of days before the drought hits. And that should also be here. And we immediately get someone in. So we got the most important thing built here. Now the next thing is we want to make science. And I'm going to build a little science facility over here. Like this. And get a little road in here. We'll move this eventually when there's more room for it. And I'll have one of these always at maximum. This one is normal. And this one is low. So that we use it for sort of balancing our consumption. I can also pause you because if there's nothing for you to do, there's no berries ready, so no need for us to go out and get some more berries. We are looking good in terms of our water storage for the drought, and I think I can actually just kind of, well, let's just get them, eke out the last bits. We have enough water, this is going to be fine, and we're also going to keep pumping during the drought, just to make sure that we get, we can't empty this with, so this is important with this one. This is a water seep, that means that it won't overflow, it'll only fill up until it's filled. So when it's covered, it won't get any more out. And now we got the drought. Next thing to build is the lumber mill, and let's see, 1, 2, there. And I can't get this one yet because it needs a lot of this. So I do need, unfortunately, to build like a manual thing here. So we'll get this one here, and this one will be down to 1. This one will actually get built pretty quickly. They are going, we have to make sure that we prioritize. Let's see here. What is it yeah, we need to make sure we have water, of course. We get the kohlrabi because then we don't use the berries for food, because the berries, I'd rather have them increase our population. I might be increasing it a little bit too fast with 4 of these, but I need it. Another thing that's super important to get is which might actually arguably be the most important thing, is the forester, because that gets us started on actually foresting. So it's either the stairs is the most important, because that will come from here, or it's going to be the forester. So we got the 7, and I'm actually prioritizing this ramp here. Yes, that one will be the highest priority, and because that access, this area is super valuable, because it is full of oak trees, dead oak trees though, but still oak trees. And I need to build these so that they cover everything there and there. And these 2 should also be prioritized once they get there. So that means the first of the planks go in here, the first 4 planks. Expensive, but it needs to get done, and we need to get this one done as well. Then after that, the next science point will go into a forester, which will be over here somewhere. The reason why I didn't prioritize that first is because I don't actually have it linked all the way up here, so I don't have the continuous road yet. Not a big deal, but I'm gonna place it down here, I think. So we get the first one here, there we go, and that means these 2 can now be tapped, and that probably means that I'm gonna take you out, because that's not gonna be valid here. So now we have it, and then we can now build the forester, which is super important. I am going to build it so that it can reach there, right? Otherwise it can't reach all the way in, which means like it's literally the only place that it shouldn't be built. Doesn't matter, it still needs to be built, and by the time it gets built, this one will have propped up. I will actually need, this will be the main one that maintains our forest, but I actually want a second one, because these are so valuable and they'll take forever to build all this. So what I want to do is I want to get some pine on this side, but the majority I actually want to make like this, make it into to oak. Then we also need to actually start making mangrove, because we can make mangrove down here. That would of course require a ladder, or there. This one is highest priority, and also very high priority to actually get replant. This up here is, well, not doing anything right now. The drought ended, we survived, we still have pretty good water. I'm trying to see if I can make do with just one of them right now. And yeah, let's continue to tie our build together. This one would be nice to get, so that we have a much faster way instead of going all the way around here just to get up here. We do need quite a lot of these planks getting done, and this one will now finally be able to be on a road, and once we get it, just one more plank is necessary. Let's expand with some storage over here. We have some things that we need to store. We need to store the berries there, and we need to store, wow, that was quick. We need to store the kohlrabi as well. We also soon need to start working on the cassava, but I don't think that's what we need to do right now. I think the main next target is trying to get this to 160, accrue some planks, and then get this one tapped, so I don't have to have people running around on the wheel to keep this going. This is an excellent place to extract things, and we have two. This is our main source of wood right now. We can also build a ramp up here, and then you have another good source of wood, while this one is slowly filling in and, well, becoming a forest. It takes a while. Now I built an extra one here, just so that I can go build it twice as fast. I will also be making, now that we have two of these, I'll also be making down here, we have some mangrove. I'm going to make it all of this area and all of this area. Then let's see if I can actually reach it. Well, we can't reach that one, but I think we'll just... I think we'll find a way to do that. maybe like this. And then a ramp down and there. So if I get this ramp, then all of this can be done. I don't want to go closer than this here, because I do need this for something. And actually, these two also gonna go out, and you know, might as well just make more mangrove over here as long as we can reach. Yes, we can. Then let's also do this one, because that is the furthest we can reach here. This one? No, this can reach way further. And we now have enough. That means we can go here. I can buy the geothermal. I can plop it down, yes, at 160, and I'm actually going to prioritize it. It seems like a lot of money to spend on this. It absolutely is. Oh, and here's the drought. So, 30 planks. We have to build them like this. Now, this drought is going to be longer, but I'm not so worried about it. I think I want to be scaling this one up a little bit more, so that we have a full storage before the drought starts, and then we're just going to keep tapping during the drought. That shouldn't be too much of an issue. We are definitely not going to extract all of this water in this reservoir just over this this period, and we can also just use some of this. So I think we're good. We have a nice reservoir here that will last us through. The first drought was 4 days, so this one's probably going to be 6 days. There we go, and done. Now we can kill you, because I don't need that anymore. And I can even take all of this and high priority get rid of that. Great, so now we have 400 horsepower coming in, or hamster power, or whatever we want to call it. Which is excellent, and that's something we definitely need. We can also see that these two, they are just not able to handle all of this. So what I actually want to do is now start on the next kind of food. That is the cassava, which I'm going to be building here. Maybe even like this. Yeah, because cassava is pretty slow. And I want a second house here. And one of these is going to be focused on... we'll take the new one to be focused on cassava. There. And I'm going to start by just having one of those here. We do have enough kohlrabi for now. So they will start filling this in first. So the next challenge we want to do is actually we want to go up here and tap this one. And we're going to do it in a little bit of a cheeky way. Because if we look here, this one costs 6 planks. That's expensive. But there is actually an option over here to build a small warehouse. This only costs 3. And it works like this. There. And then we can build this on top. Now this is functional. But it's going to be blinking with annoying warnings all the time. So obviously this is a temporary solution for me because I can't stand watching that. But this is viable to get up there. I really want the real one to go up here, because then it's a straight line all the way. And you know, I like straight lines, so it's fine. But this is like a project for, well, down the line. When we get up here, we might as well also just tap all of the wood up here. So we can do that as well. But that's going to be like a project for later on. We'll get this when we get it. And I also want to start getting up here, because that's also a potential place for to go. And then this one is a permanent thing, so I actually want to... Oh, okay, we can get this now. There. I'll do this. And here. Because this is a permanent one, so I want to do that right. The other one is also way expensive. This is just one, so yeah. Also just to show that there is a nice hacky way to do this. This makes a big difference, and once the cassavas, they need 5 days. Once they are done, then we're also going to have a fermenter to actually process process it, but not just yet. So we have the drought starting, and while we have had these two working, it hasn't even been enough to fill up our stockpile. That's not good. What also means is that we actually need to start looking at getting some bigger storage boxes. The bigger storage box is really expensive, at least at this tech level, because it's both planks and gears, and we don't have gears yet. So we do need to also research gears. Where's the gears? Where's the gears? That's over here. So that'll be something, we'll use these 200 to research some of the next things we want. So there's a little bit of a sequence of trying to figure out what is the next most important thing to get done. Oh, I've realized that there's a mistake here. I should not have... This should not have been planted, because I actually want to have a path up here that goes up there as well, later on. So do I want to wait? No, no. I remove these. There's no... that one, that one. You are pretty close to done, yes. But I'll remove these. A little annoying. But, you know, consistency. Here we are. We are now deconstructing this one. And that should give us 200 science. And done. 200 science. Look at this mess. Hate it. hate it. But that's how it is. And I'm also going to take... I'll allow these trees to grow up once. But no more than that. Then, once they harvest, that's the time when we build this ramp up here, I think. So, this is also getting done, kind of. This is the next place we can get wood. We now have a little bit more wood here. This one is almost running out. And we have built a second one here, but I'm prioritizing this as low priority. Oh, this one should actually be 2. I want to have 2 running all the time here. We are a bit short, to say the least, on production. That's also because these ones are now getting done. Why are they... Oh, not connected to district center because they were just not built from here. Cool. So we're getting more people in. And it would be nice if they could get a little bit faster in here. Yeah. I might just get this here and here. That's 6. That seems too much, doesn't it? Yeah, I think so. Right, so the next thing, well, we are in the drought and everything is fine. I can actually take one of these out. We'll definitely have enough to keep it going. And then up here, this one's done. These 2 are just kind of overflow if we have extra. And yeah, so the next thing would be the fermenter, because we should be seeing these coming in soon. So let's get a fermenter set up. Drought has ended. That's good. We have plenty of water here. We've also been using up all of our area over here. But in the meantime, we have tapped this area. So now we are still working our way towards another good area with something. And we should also see that the pine forest is coming in. It's 98%. So it is close to being there. These 2, it's really important to have these 2 foresters, I think. Otherwise, we would just never get all this. This one has been prioritized on oak. So, because oak takes so long that, yeah, it's necessary to get this going. Because it's 30 days. Here, I'm going to do something that's not super important. Why am I doing something that's not super important when I have a million things that are super important? I do not know. But that's just in preparation for the future. I want to take this one so that I can sort of have a way up here. And then I can get a road like that. That's my intention. And that will be sort of for a project down the line, which will become in a future episode. What we want to do now is actually get very much focused on wood as this one comes in. And then we want to prepare ourselves for the next, because the next one might actually be a bad tide. That means we also have some science now. So let's do a levee. That's this one. Then that will be something I want to build here. I simply want to box this in. Then I also want a floodgate. That also costs there. And I'm going to build that here and here. That's one thing. Then I will build over on this side. I'll build a little ramp up. And on top of that ramp, I will have a fluid dump, which I won't have now. So let me explain this. This one, these here, when they are at the bottom, then this seep will just go out. But if I raise it, then this whole block here will fill up with water from the seep and nothing more will come in. That means that when if it then full and then it changes to bad water, it can't leak bad water because it's already a full reservoir. And or it'll only leak a little bit. It'll leak at the rate that it evaporates from here. So that's why I want to have a fluid pump or a fluid dump up here. So we can have it drip feed water on top at the rate of evaporation so that no bad water comes out. And yes, I could cut the corners, but then it looks stupid. So I'm going to do this one even though it costs more. So this is kind of a way to make sure that this seep that's in the middle, when it starts leaking bad water, it won't just kill our base, which it absolutely will do if we don't do this thing. So I don't know how you get around it if you don't do this trick here of just blocking it in so that the seep is is closed. It's not seeping. Another thing that we want to do is we want to get started on the gear production. That's another 100. Yes. Why do we need gear? Well, gears are for real reasons. You need a ton of gears to make a water barrel. And a big water barrel is definitely something we need. We could also just do something that's not strictly necessary, but something that's just nice to have, like these kind of things. It's 15, not so bad. We can also do a rooftop terrace. I'm going to put that up here and get that sort of a little way up to that one. These are not the most important things, but it's also important to get this. The shrub, I can put in a corner. That will just give a little bit of bonus. I would also really like to get a lantern to get over here so we can get both of those. But yeah, we don't have enough beavers in our base yet. So something I forgot to highlight earlier was that here, bad water has started seeping into the map, and it's now polluting this area here. Another place here will start seeping bad water in 8 days, and then it'll start flowing out here. So this means that over time, more and more places will start leaking bad water. Here we'll probably also start seeing some bad water at some point. I don't know where that would come from, but I think that we'll get it at some point here. Some bad water coming in. So the world will be sort of slowly not just desert and but actually full of bad water that we then also need to manage. Look at that, isn't that annoying? I think it is. We got another drought approaching, which is not so bad, and honestly should be fine. These ones also need to go out now because they are dead. So that means all of this area is also exhausted, and that means right now we only have this little teeny tiny thing, plus waiting for this to be ready. If we look at this is still 15 days away, and these pine trees are popping right now. So I think I actually want to go up and try to take this area. Yet another location that we can potentially get, but it's a little bit far away, so it also needs to go here, here, here. And we'll go, I guess we build it there. So there's a little bit of a crisis now, and we're getting close to the drought. But the crisis is that the only wood we have is the stuff that respawns now. The pine trees respawning. We don't have anything up here. We don't have anything up here. We don't have anything anywhere. And there's still a long time until these are done. So what I've done now is I prioritize this path here, so we can go up and harvest this little forest. I've also located another forest and built like a big staircase up here. It's gonna take some time to get there, but I think eventually we will also get this and then get a little bit of more wood up here while we just supplement this part. Because if we don't get a constant production of wood, then we are just really not getting anything inbound. I just also think, did we actually? No, we did not actually mark all of these for deconstruction. That's good. I have also in the meantime just replenished this part so that I built a forester over here just to replenish the blueberries, and then tore it down again. It's nice to have like a little blueberry farm. I don't know if this is the right size, but it is what it is. We are now in a drought, and it'll last for only 6 days. So that's a small, nice little drought. We don't need any more storage than this, so this one should not be a problem. We also have plenty of food. It's just a matter of harvesting it fast enough. The main part is, well, we're up to 22 plus 6, so that means we're getting close to the 30. We only have two beds left, so that means we also should build like the last of these we can build over here. And it's quite deliberate that I don't build it out to the main road, because I want them to go this way out so that they pass the shrub, and whatever I built in this area, everyone will pass that. And yeah, also ceilings and stuff like that if we get there. We managed to make it all the way out here, and we are now happily chopping some trees, so we get a little bit more supply of trees in our base, which is sorely needed. Look at that! We are starting to see the very first fruits. That is perfect. So that means we should go over here for food. We should get a food gathering thing. Can this reach all of them? Yes, it can. It can still reach all of them. So you and you're going to be high priority, and focus on the mangrove fruits. Great. interestingly enough, like this one could also be moved over here and then help out. It's actually way better. Huh. There. And then, no. If I just do this. And these two. Then I don't need you anymore. Poof. Then I'll probably just get it as a another grinder. So we're now accumulating quite a bit of research points here. There are some things we wanted. We definitely wanted this fluid dump. So let's build that. We're going to be building it up here. It will be super high priority once it's built. When it needed, we'll get back to it, and we're also going to look at whether we can do some automation, but that's a little bit later because our science points are pretty precious right now. So that's not the first thing. The other thing that definitely is something we want these double platforms and triple platforms, which will basically eat all of our points. So we'll take the double platform because I do need to get here. I want to get rid of these absolutely atrocious blinking things over there. And in order to do that, we're going to do here. Now, I think we can just make do with this. There. And go. So once this is built, we can take this out. And this one is built actually. So now we don't have a need for this one anymore because we have another alternative way to get up there. So let's get rid of this stupid blinking thing. I told you it was temporary, so it's gone now. And that's the end of the drought. My expectation is that the next drought will not actually be a drought, it'll be a bad tide. So I think that we'll be wrapping the first episode up here. We have survived several droughts. We have a nice cozy little base here. And we are ready to jump into the first bad tide that will sort of land in the middle of all of this. So that's a pretty good place to end. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, be sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Consider jumping in on stream, live stream, twitch.tv/Nilaus when I'm live streaming this. Or also if you want a save game, then I'm going to upload those for Patreon supporters. And yeah, I think that's it. Well, and good ideas in the comment section. Until next time, take care and stay effective.